Hi, I'm Nick Lamento. I've got my technician, Nick Darmitz, behind the camera. We're going to do an overview of a Bell & Howell Mailstar 500 system with some enhancements on it, including our new inkjet system. This particular machine has a high-speed sheet feeder, smart folder, GBR. It'll do up from 1 to 5 page, 8.5/11 to 8.5/14. It will dump it to a station, pull from a station, also pull an additional 5 pieces. It has a two-way camera system on it, two-way match camera system. Cameras are here. Does two-way match and a read and print. So it'll read the document, track it through the inserting machine, and print the proper name and address on the outside envelope via the inkjet. It'll also apply a postage stamp in line. So sheet feeder, the inserting machine itself, we've got this machine's been upgraded with all the LMS upgrades, stationary flap opener, stationary flap closer, upgraded pusher fingers, upgraded switches, and so on. This is a modified 500. It's made to get rid of a lot of the nuisance things an operator would normally incur in running the machine, and also save on maintenance. So as we go through the machine, we have the operator interface for the matching system. This will allow you to set the matching system up, train the cameras, and set it up for the read and print. Real simple, real intuitive system, and we can get into that in depth down the road here. We also have our inkjet in line here. Our inkjet's this is a brand new LMS inkjet. It has 4 inches of print, 2 split imagers on imager 2, 2 inches of print on imager 1. So total of 4 inches of print. Great vacuum system, real good print. And then we also have an inline stamp affixer. This is the Postmatic brand stamp affixer. And we've got an enhanced conveyor here that allows you to put your mail trays up top so that you can scoop and load your mail trays by standing up vertically. It helps the operator so they're not bending over. Some of the other features we can start on is down at the sheet feeder folder, and we can take a look at the operation of that. Okay, we're going to start back at the sheet feeder, and we'll go through the entire system. This is a GBR smart sheet feeder folder. It'll do accumulated sets from 1 to 5 pages. It'll do 8.5/11 or 8.5/14 documents. It's not a bindery folder. It's made to do paper documents, something that the address would be on. You can set it for the amount of accumulation. So right now I've got it set up to accumulate 2 pages, and it's going to dump to the inserter. We're going to video this running. You'll see it pull the sheets, accumulate the sheets, fold the sheets, and stage it at the inserter. We're going to let it run through the inserter and apply a postage stamp in line. So I'll go ahead and start the sheet feeder up. We're going to get it ready. Processing, it's waiting for the inserter. We're just running at a slow speed just to show for demonstration we can speed it up. go ahead and speed it up a little bit so you can see the machine run at speed. Okay, we're going to do this segment on features of the Mailstar 500, the Bell & Howell Mailstar 500. This is a machine that we remanufactured about 5 or 6 years ago, and as you can see, it's in absolute like-new condition. So some of the features are, just to go over it, has a on switch right here. This will power the system on. It also has a operator panel here. This switch will power the vacuum pump on, makes the machine ready to start. Digital counter, error lights here. Low water light is on because we don't have any water in it. Turnover detection light, stack we don't use. Out light, hood. If we open a hood, it'll tell us a hood is open. The clutch means that there's a clutch overload and there's a procedure to reset it. It's safety for the machine so it doesn't damage itself. And we've got the insert or flap detect. If it doesn't pull an envelope or the flap does not open, that's going to stop the machine and you're going to get a flap error. Insert jam is here. If you get a jam going into the envelope, you're going to get that light. To reset those errors, any of those errors, we're going to push the reset button and it clears those particular errors. We have a water switch. Water switch turns the water on. It also gives us a prime. So if we turn that on, it gives us a 3-second prime to the water brush. If the water's on and you power the machine up, it'll automatically give you a 3-second prime. Envelope switch is to turn on the envelope station to run envelopes. And these are the 6 insert stations on the machine. All the insert stations are in line, 1 through 6. These are electronic gripper arms. This machine has push button detection set, meaning that we're going to jog the arm in. It's going to start to pull the material out. The light's going to come on. We're going to push the button. That's all there is to double and miss detection on this machine. Push the button. We'll do a station setup and an envelope setup for you once we get through the features here. Some of the other features on the machine, it actually has a light screen here, right here and here. If I was to put my hand in the machine, let me just demonstrate. If I put my hand in the machine, we're going to get that reset light. If the machine was cycling, it's going to stop. I'll demonstrate that once we start cycling. Some of the other features on the machine, we have a big red stop bar here. That stops the machine. We also have a power table. So when we're setting up an envelope from different envelope sizes on this machine, you actually just touch the switch and it'll actually power that table down right or left. That allows us to set for the envelope length that we are running. Makes it nice because you don't have to reach under the machine and make any adjustments. The switch is right here at the operator's ready. And I'll show you that when we set up another size envelope. We'll go over through an envelope setup. Some of the enhanced features that we put on that are our features for the LMS upgrades and enhancements on this machine is we get rid of the mechanical and vacuum flap opener. The way we do it is we plow it open with a bar here and a knife opener. We put an electronic sensor to detect the flap here so there's no contact with the envelope. We'll look at that once we get an envelope through here. The other feature that we do is in this envelope opener. The old style had a mechanical clip in here. We actually put neodymium magnets in here so it's lasts forever, and that holds the envelope opener down, but it also lets the operator flip it back to clear a jam or remove an envelope. Some of the other enhancements we do, these are our pusher finger assemblies. We make those, and it makes for a longer lasting pusher finger. These are wearable, but they will last about 10 times longer than the original factory fingers. We have a water brush here that seals the flap. Water on this machine is automatic, meaning if you turn the machine speed up or you turn it down, it will meter the same amount of water. You can increase the water flow electronically with this dial here, turning the more water or less water, and that's a great feature. We also have a mechanical stationary flap closer. We get rid of the mechanical closer, so we do the stationary. Now once we start running an envelope, we're going to show you these features, how they work. I'm just going to try to talk while the vacuum pump's not on. So that's one of the other features on the machine. We also put an electronic sensor here in the deck. We get rid of the standard. These last forever, and they're maintenance free. We also put a sealer ejector on the machine. This is our unit that we build. This actually helps to seal the envelope down. It's got a weight roller, easy to clean, seals the envelope flap down, and also transitions the envelope from the inserter, hands it off to the inkjet. Had we not had an inkjet in here, it could hand it out to the conveyor, and so it stacks better. But we use it in this application to hand it to the inkjet. Okay, we're going to show you an envelope setup on this machine to actually do an envelope changeover, and then we'll go from a number 10 envelope to a number 9. This is the only small size I have. I don't have anything smaller than that in the shop right now, but this will give you an overview of how to set it up. So that's the difference in the envelopes, number 10 and a number 9. Setups are all the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the number 10 off. We're going to put the number 9 in. It's going to be an easy setup. We're going to take the number 9. We're going to put it in the hopper. We're going to put it to the guides that are away from us, upper right or upper left corner, I'm sorry. We're going to adjust the front track, loosen this knob, move the track up to touch the envelopes, back it off a little bit. We're going to use the side guide here, move it in to touch the envelopes, lock it down. Envelope, we are going to move through the machine. I'm going to turn the machine on now, so it's going to be a little louder. And we're going to show you the envelope come out of the feeder. So the only thing we have to do now is we're going to jog the machine. We're going to allow that envelope to pull. Turn the envelope on. We're going to allow that envelope to pull. Comes out. You're going to see how the mechanical or the stationary flap opener works. It plows the flap open. The knife finishes the opening. We're now detecting to make sure that flap is open and there's an envelope there. We're going to bring it through the machine. We're going to stop the envelope. And at this point, we're going to move our table so that our envelope comes in line with the edge of the plate right here. Okay, we just do that with the switch. We're going to move our suction cups to pick up the envelope the way that we want to pick it up. Move them in the corners of the envelope. We put these nice levers on here so it's easy to loosen the envelope, the suction cup tubes to pick up the envelope. We're going to allow the envelope to pick up. You can adjust the opening more or less. Less opening, more opening. That's it for the envelope setup here. We're going to run it all the way down through the machine. We tighten this knob. Yeah, we did that. Okay, we're going to run it down, let it come over the turnover. We're going to adjust the back guide. Again, 2 knobs. We're just going to move the guide up until it touches it. Well, we have enough room here, but we'll do it anyway. Move it up till it gets close to our envelope and lock it down. We'll take another one of our envelopes. We'll set it right here. Bring our track in till it gets close to the envelope, leaving a little clearance there, and lock it down. That's an envelope setup. That's going from a number 10 to a number 9. That's all there is to it. We'll go back again to a number 10 because I don't have any inserts to put in this small envelope. I do have inserts I can put in the number 10. So we'll take the 9 out, we'll go back to a 10, and we'll put an insert in the station, show you a station setup. So I'm going to remove these envelopes. I'm going to remove them out of the track, let them clear through the machine. They're going to go out the end and right into the inkjet and out onto the conveyor. They're just blank envelopes. Okay, the envelopes are clear. we're going to go back to a number 10. Here's our number 10 envelope. We'll loosen this, open this up a little bit. Take a group of envelopes, jog them up neatly. Set them in the hopper. Kind of jog them into that upper left corner. Bring the track up to touch your envelope. Back it off just a little bit so it's not too tight. Bring the side guide in. Touch your envelopes. Lock it down. Allow the machine to pull an envelope out. Bring it till it comes to a stop. I'm going to move the table because we're quite a ways away from the edge of our plate right here. I'm going to jog it down till we get the envelope to the edge of the insert plate here. We're going to move the suction cup up in the upper corners. It's a little bit different throat on this envelope, so we'll have to move our suction cup. Okay. Allow the envelope to come down to this end of the track. Make sure we're adjusted here properly. We're going to turn the envelope over and adjust that back track. We don't want it tight right here. We want to have a little clearance so that it can comfortably get into the takeaway track. Take the second envelope. We're going to bring it down here. Make sure we have clearance here. And that's it. Number 10 set up. Okay, now that we got the number 10 set up, we're going to go ahead and put a letter in one of the stations. Okay, this segment we're going to actually, last segment we set up a number 9 envelope, we set up a number 10 envelope. Now we're going to put an insert in. We're going to put a letter in a number 10. We're going to pick any station. I'm just going to pick station 3. We're going to jog our material up so we have a nice block of material. We're going to set it in our station up against the front plate here. We're going to quick release our back guide, very easy. 2 fingers, we're going to move the back guide up, touch our material, lock it down. We're going to move in our side guides. Our side guides are self-centering. All we got to do is move this knob right here, and you can see the side guides move. I'm going to bring it in, touch my material, and back it off a little bit. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my station 3 on. I'm going to go ahead and turn our vacuum back on, and we're going to go ahead and pull an insert out of that station. Suction cup brought the insert down. Gripper arm's coming in. It's going to pick up that insert, but it's not going to let us go any further. That light comes on. What that light's telling me is I have to set my detection. It's just a push button. That sets double and miss detection. Okay, insert station set up. We're going to bring the insert and marry it with the envelope here. We want to make sure that our insert, we have clearance on the right and left sides of our envelope, comfortable clearance. Looks like we have that. If we don't have that, we can move our envelope right or left to adjust for that. We're going to go ahead and insert the material into the envelope. And there we go. That's a changeover. It just takes a few minutes to change the machine over from a number 9 to a number 10 or an A6 to a 6x9. All of the setup is exactly the same, and you can expect these kind of results following the setup instructions that we give you and the training that we give you, and it really is this easy. Go ahead and run some speed out of it. This machine will run well up to 10,000 an hour. Real comfortable for an operator to run in that 8,500 an hour range. But it's built to run, and you'll get great production on this machine. Extremely low maintenance machine. There's some filters to clean. There's only about 7 places to oil on the machine. Very user-friendly machine. It's nice, clean. Operator doesn't get dirty, and maintenance is very easy. The machine's all sealed bearing machine and belt driven, so there's very, very low maintenance on the machine. We didn't put any water in the machine to seal the envelopes, but the water fountain is right here, water container. We add water here, with a sealing solution in it. You'd be able to see the height here, and it will meter out the correct amount of water that you have it set for. I think we've covered pretty much a good overview of the machine and showed all the features on the machine, and I hope this helps.